Alright, in this video I want to talk about the flat earth, something I haven't done in a long time because I figured everything has been said about it, I don't need to. But on Facebook I saw a post from my aunt that said something about if you're feeling off kilter, don't worry about it, the earth is tilted. And I just commented flat earth. And we had a very brief conversation and I didn't push anything or whatever, just put it out there. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to post all the little memes I got about the flat earth. Just one little post on Facebook, and it was about 70 or so memes giving little pieces and segments of how the earth is flat. And I started getting a lot of people responding and commenting on the different posts and whatnot. And a person actually messaged me directly, personal message, direct message, whatever, and asked me for more information on the flat earth, like they want to know why someone would believe such a thing. So I figured, hey, I'll put together a video explaining it real simply. And I guess I'll answer one of the things she said to me right up front is she said a naval officer said that if the compass points due north, then we're on a globe. So you know what, I'm going to start off with that site showing flat earth and get an image here so I can better explain this. Okay, see, this is like what they want to do to make fun of what the Earth. This is not what flat earthers say the Earth is like, but this is the images that come up. But anyway, if magnets can be flat, so let's just say this is a magnet, because the Earth obviously is. This is the North Pole. Everything else obviously is south, right? So if you're in a ship over here and it points due north, you're still on a flat earth. It doesn't become a globe just because you have a due north. You can have rectangle, I was going to say reptile, I guess, rectangle shape magnets and U-shaped magnets. You can have different shaped magnets. So to say that because you got a magnetic frequency, it's a sphere is illogical. It doesn't make any sense. It's as crazy as people, they look up at the sun, the moon, and the stars, and they say, well, the Earth has to be a sphere because I see these circles in the sky. Right? Well, that's like saying, for me, for an example, being a white dude, if I was adopted and raised by a black family, and then I was like, I'm black because everybody else in my family's black, so that means I'm black. No, I have to look at myself. So just because you see round shapes in the sky doesn't mean what you're on is round. That doesn't make any sense. That's illogical. All right. So let's get into the first problem about the flat earth, because what's the first thing you're taught in school? Well, they saw the ships go over the horizon and they were able to see that they uh, went over the curve, because they used to think that they fell off the earth, and that's why they didn't see them anymore. And that's really fucking stupid, because those ships came back. They had trades with different countries from afar off, so they knew they didn't fall off the earth. So they're basically just trying to say that those people are dumb and so are you. But anyway, what we're going to look at here is perspective, right? This is how your eyes work. You're standing here looking down this hallway, right? Like you're looking down this street, you're looking down this pathway, right? From here to here is 10 feet, the floor, right? From here to here is still 10 feet, but when you're looking down the hallway, it looks shorter. And not only that, this floor is under your feet, but up here the floor is starting to look like it's closer to your eye level, like it's as tall as you are, right? Like looking down the street. Let's say it's about 20 feet from curb to curb here. Well, it's still 20 feet from here to here, way down there. It just looks closer. This road's under your feet, and so is that, but it's starting to look like it's eye level. Now, when we look at the ceiling looks like it's shrinking. You know, the same problem, 10 feet to 10 feet. But this looks like it's above your head, while this part of the ceiling is starting to look like it's eye level. And you notice how the lights, they look like they're going down, and they're shrinking even though they're not. It's perspective. You see the wall, something comes from the side, such as seeing telephone poles. And these doors, they look like they're shrinking, but it's perspective. Same thing looking at these chairs. Kind of look like they're smaller as they're going in the distance. Right? So that's how your eyes work. So if you're looking at, let's say, a sunset, the sun is going to look as if it's going down, even if it's at the same height. That's just how your eyes work. So it appears as if it's going behind the earth, but it's not. The ship appears as if it's going over horizon, but it's not. And I'm going to explain that a little further. Now, I tried to find a GIF showing a car going over a hill, because when you watch a ship go over the horizon, what they call the horizon, you know, going over the curve of the earth, you should see it as the best example I got that I can find real quick is this car. You see how it's tilted? You're going up over a curve. The front end is higher than the back end, right? And if you're going downwards, the front end goes lower than the up end. So you should see the ship start to tilt forward and its ass end go up while its front end go down. But you don't see that. And I'm going to go real quick to see if I get another view of this, because I want to see it from behind, because I'm sure any of you don't live in the Great Plains. You've seen a car in front of you go over a hill and its ass end goes up and its front end goes down. You see it go over the curve, right? I wonder if this is a GIF. It'll show a good one here. It's not. It's not. I'll just spend another moment looking. But it looks like I'm not going to be able to see one. But again, this thing's going over a hill. Ass ends up, nose is down. But when we see the ships go over the horizon, that's not what we see. What we actually see is more like an elevator. When we see it coming over the horizon towards us, it looks like it's coming straight up. And when it's going over the horizon, it looks like it's going straight down, which doesn't make any sense if it's a curve. It should be tilted. And another interesting thing is that when we see a ship go over the horizon, we can actually zoom in and see it. Like this is the actual reverse. You see that ship? He's just zooming out. It looks like it's shrinking. It looks like it's going kind of straight down like an elevator. You can't see it anymore. Oh, it's over the curve. It's way, way over the curve, right? No, it's not. Now, here's another one. There's nothing out there, but he keeps zooming in and zooming in and zooming in, and you can see the white silhouette of a ship. And here he's going to do the night vision so you can see it a little more clearly. How can he see that over a curve? And like I said again, you don't see it tilted like on this angle where it's going ass end to the left and nose to the right. Why isn't it tilted where this right side is up and the left side is tilted down a bit because it's on a curve, right? Let me go back to that car real quick. I'm gonna go up and put side of a hill here. See if we got an image here. Doesn't have to be a GIF, just a quick picture. Will do the trick. And of course, I don't get what I want. Oh, I put hill twice. Maybe that messed it up. Okay, well, I guess I'm not gonna get something as simple as the side of a hill, but you know what I mean. You've ever parked with just your car's left wheels on a curb or its right wheels on a curb, your car's tilted. Well, the same thing if you were on that hill, you should see the same thing with these ships, but they're not. They're always level. You know, they do get tossed around by waves, no doubt, but they're generally level and they try to stay level in spite of the wind and the waves. Okay. Now, one of the things that actually got me to think about this stuff, because this stuff I didn't even give a shit about, like the Earth flat, but then somebody was like saying like, "We'll prove the Earth's a sphere," and I was like, "That's easy." And I was like, "Look at these NASA pictures, right?" And then I started seeing things like this. February 8th, 2002, that's the size of North America. January 4th, 2012, that's the size of North America. You can't even see all of it. We got Mexico right here, and we get Florida, but we don't even get up to Maine. I don't even think we can see Canada. Here we can see South America, Mexico, all the way up into Canada and Alaska, and from Florida past Maine and Quebec and whatnot. We can pretty much see all the way to the North Pole, but not in this one. So I looked into it more, and this is just a quick thing to pop up. This guy works for NASA. There's other guys who come out who work for NASA who do paintings instead of actual computer images. And they admit that all the photographs of NASA are photoshopped, and they say that it has to be, such as in this video. I don't know if I want to go through this video. I might spend the time to do it, where the guy says, yeah, they're photoshopped, then they have to be, because he just gets clips from high altitude aircraft and he puts the pieces together. So they don't actually have a picture of Earth from space, the whole thing. That doesn't exist. Everyone you see is computer generated imagery. But I will put this video in the link if you want to check it out. I might actually play it here. But this is the other link from that thing on Facebook. There's nothing here, so that sucks. But going on, the magnetic field of Earth, which works on a flat Earth, causes apparently this radiation belt called Van Allen belt, right? This would kill anybody who goes through it. Something you should Google, where NASA says they lost the technology to go to the moon. And supposedly they went through the moon without the ability to protect the astronauts from the Van Allen belt, which would have killed them when they went into it. But for some reason it didn't kill them going through it and coming back. And now NASA says they lost the ability to go to the moon, but they're going to go to Mars. They're going to go to Mars, but they lost the ability to go to the moon. And you could look this up, how NASA lost the technology to go to the moon. And how they lost a lot of the footage, of the moon footage too. I think they actually lost all the footage, all the original footage of the moon landing. These things gotta get you thinking and get you suspicious. Why? What the hell? Okay. There's probably other things that are arguments for the sphere and against the flat Earth, which I can put together in a part 2. But the Coriolis effect. This is because, let's just say, you know, I already put up a picture of the flat Earth. I don't need to use this one. Let's see if I get it more straight down. I want to put map. Maybe it'll be more of a straight down thing. Make this easier. There we go. Let's just take, let's take this one. I don't know why. But at the equator, there's actually a current, like in the sea, an airflow going around the earth, right? And tornadoes and hurricanes are going to act like gears. I'm going to explain that right after I make a point here about Neil Tyson deGrasse. He knows the earth is flat. That's why he's trying to say now that the earth is pear-shaped, that it's tighter at the northern hemisphere and fatter in the southern hemisphere. Why do you think he's saying that? Well, he knows the earth is flat. As you can see, this is at about the equator. Inside is a small portion of the earth. Well, behind the equator, it's a lot larger. So to make up for that, he's trying to say that, yeah, it's pear-shaped, which also refutes what people are saying about looking up at the sky, seeing all these circles. So the earth has to be a circle, but no, it's a pear. Why is it a pear? And we don't see any other pears up in the sky. That doesn't make any sense. Because it's bullshit. That's why. But anyway, so imagine there's a current of air above the earth going in this direction, which there is, right? So this is going clockwise. If you get a storm brewing, oh yeah, this is the Pacific. Out here in the Pacific, because this wind is going this way, it's going to cause whatever spins off of it to spin clockwise. Because here we're coming up and it breaks off, you get this storm, it's being affected by this strong current here, so we get this clockwise spin inside. But on the outside, right, if it's on the other side of this wind current, the air comes up and it spins off, because it's following the current, remember, and it spins off counterclockwise, the complete opposite direction. So we got a clockwise airflow, so it's following it, it comes off, continues that momentum, and it starts going counter. But if it's inside, it's following the current, it comes off, it keeps that same direction and starts going clockwise. Outside of that, the Coriolis effect doesn't affect pendulums or water flow in the sink, the tub, the toilet, and what have you. So, but when it comes to hurricanes and stuff, this effect is real, but it's because of the airflow, not because of the movement of the earth, because there is no movement of the earth, which is what I'm getting into here next. When this helicopter lifts off the ground, the earth should just move right underneath it. It's supposed to be going about 1,000 miles an hour at the equator, right? But this isn't true. They try to say, yeah, snipers have to watch out for the spin of the earth when they're using their rifles and stuff. I've used many rifles, and you never have to take that into consideration. You could be at one point shooting north, and you can shoot south, and then you can shoot east, and you can shoot west, you can shoot northwest, southeast. You can, change it up, and you only have to think about the wind. That's it. And the spin of the earth, if it affected a bullet that's going for like 1,000 miles an hour, so way faster than any vehicle, then it should affect something else that's not even going that fast. A helicopter that's just staying in place. The earth should move under it. It's affecting a bullet. Why isn't it affecting something standing still? An airplane, if it's going from, let's say, east to west, like it's going to New York to LA, it should arrive there faster than if it was going from LA to New York, because it has to fight against the spin of the earth as well. Matter of fact, it might just easier to always fly west. So if you want to get to New York from LA, since the Earth spins 1,000 miles an hour, just go west over the Pacific Ocean, across Asia, Europe, and then boom, back to New York because it'd be more fuel efficient and everything, and you'd be going 1,000 miles an hour faster than you would if you were going east. But that isn't what we do because it's not real. It's not. And I know there's probably more I can put into this, but this is just a brief little thing. The Vatican. They are the ones that set up the Jesuits who set up the Big Bang Theory, the Sphere Earth theory, and all this other bullshit. They put all that out there. They the ones that started setting up all of these telescopes and whatnot. They even got the Lucifer telescope, and they're watching for something. I imagine it's Jesus' return. They want to make him out to be a devil or something. But anyway, I hope this is a nice starter for getting into the flat Earth. Like I said, one of the main things that got me to actually look into it is realizing there's no evidence for the Earth being a sphere. There's none. So, yeah, I'm not gonna play this video. I kind of want to get on with my day here. But yeah, check me out on Facebook here. My page is public. I'm just gonna go to one of my last posts, and then I'm gonna end this video. This thing would hurry up. All right. So you can see my stuff without being my friend. So if you don't want to add me, you just want to look at what I have here. Let me go down to, it's probably one of these posts that hasn't loaded. Okay, didn't mean to go do that, but here we go. Yep, 71 pictures. Just getting into this. I'm going to go through a few of them. Yeah, look at Lake Tahoe from space. That's huge. But I'm only go a few. You can go look at the others. Let me just find one real quick that looks pretty nice to end it on. I guess this will make sense. Good one to end it on because that's another thing. The Earth isn't moving, it's flat. We have Polaris in the center and it's never moved. But they say that the Earth is tilted so that it's not spinning like this, like a nice circle. It's spinning wobbly, right? And we're also flying around the sun, and the sun is flying through space, yet Polaris is always right there above the North Pole. And when you watch the stars in time lapse, they're always going in a circle, nice perfect circle over the Earth. This just proves what they're saying. But anyway, thanks for watching and take care.